네, 안녕하십니까. 샤큐입니다. 자, 두 번째 셜록 홈즈 챕터 1 시작하도록 할게요. 어머니 묘 앞에서 이제 그만뒀었죠. 여기를 이제 조사를 해야 되는데, 하필이면 여기서 또 셜록이 회중시계를 발견했어요. 조사를 해보도록 하죠.
Rest in peace, Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother.
어머니 이름이 바이올렛 홈즈네요. 회중시계. 이게 뭔데 그러지? 여기 이니셜이 새겨져 있어요.
This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently.
회중시계를 챙겼고요. 여기 초가 켜져 있어요. 누가 와서 초를 켜고 갔나?
A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested?
여기 발자국이 있다.
A man in fashionable
okay.
shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggest he is
어디로 간 걸까?
approximately 5.5 feet tall.
따라가 보죠. 여기 또 있다. 흔적. 그래, 여기였어. 여기 있다.
Oh, it's that ridiculous artist from the hotel.
이 자식
Be nice, Sherry.
너지?
Make friends.
이 자식 의심스러웠어. 말을 조심스럽게 걸어보자.
Mr. Holmes, did you come for another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
아, 맞다. 우리 어머니 묘지에 방문했습니까?
How did you come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption?
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
뭔가 알고 있는 것 같은데.
Are you all right, Sherry?
자, 이제 경찰서까지 왔어요. 여기 이제 증거 보관실을 한번 가봐야 되겠죠?
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
무슨 일이 있었죠?
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
도와줘야 될 것 같은 분위기. 좋아요. 이렇게 또 하나의 사건을 맡는군요.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
여기군요. 자, 니니 부인의 의상실입니다. 여기 들어가 보죠. 아주머니신가?
I'm pleased to meet you, Ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, signore.
잠깐만. 일단 묘사를 해주십시오.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat up looking, an utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind.
이러니까 이거 몽타주가 완성이 안 되지. 참 설명 잘 못하시네. 다른 방식으로 해봅시다.
I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Signor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
자, 모자는 이거고 정장이 이건가?
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the
Okay,
loose.
okay.
I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Ma'am, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
자, 이제 기록 보관실로 갈 수가 있어요. 기록 보관실이 어디일까요? 기록 보관실이 어디일까? 좋아, 기록 보관실. 자, 엉뚱한 걸 찾고 있었는데 그 보겔의 이야기 이거에 대한 기록 보관소에서 찾아야 됩니다. 이거. 네. 좋아요. 자, 일단 구역은 그랜드 사라이, 그리고 증거, 대상, 용의자를 찾아야 되겠죠? 아닌가? 증인? 맞다. 증인을 찾아야 되고, 강력범죄. 자, 이렇게 해서 검색을 해보죠. F. 나왔다. 바이올렛 홈즈 사건, 그랜드 사라이, 스톤우드 저택. 스톤우드 저택. 저로 가야 될 것 같아요. 뭐야, 무섭다. 무서워.
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona in a manor. And there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
그래, 찾아보자. 너 언제 저기 올라가 있었니? 자, 이제 저택으로 들어갑니다. 이제 여기에는 또 무슨 사건이 있을지.
Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
자, 존이 코르도나에서 첫날을 떠올려 보라고 했다. 오케이. 우리는 이른 아침에 도착했었다. 비가 내리고 있었다. 오케이. 마이크로프트는 짐을 처리하느라 바빴다. 백길 여행은 어머니의 고된 일이었고 나는 어머니를 도와드리려고 했다. 아, 우리 집에 자주 오는 사람이었다. 오케이, 그럼 이게 할아버지가 맞나 보네. 자, 할아버지. 그렇지. 맞나? 아니야. 이게 맞아. 그리고 우리는 그렇지, 이거지. 입증.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs, go to your room.
Lean on me, mother. Take your time.
난 도와주려고 했던 건데.
I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
그래, 결핵으로 돌아가신 게 아니야. 그렇군. 자, 가족의 친구. 어머니의 사망에 관련된 기록은 없지만 우리 가족의 친구는 코르도나에 있다. 그가 뭔가 알고 있을 수도 있다. 여기 자주 놀러온 그 이웃집 사람인 것 같아요. 무슨 일이야?
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
그 아저씨 찾으러 왔는데 이거 뭐야 이게?
Oh, who's it?
무슨 일일까? 여기 갑시다. 엉망인데? 아, 깜짝이야. 야, 이거 뭐 바로 조사해달라고 바로 시체가 있네요. 조사를 시작하도록 하죠. 가까이 가자. 좀 더 가까이 가서 관찰.
Torsionist you were not.
이거 뭐 꺾였어 이렇게 많이. 일단 대머리고요.
Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
그리고 이거 발 꺾인 것 봐 이거.
The kneecap
와.
reduced to splinters.
이게 사람이 하기도 이렇게 쉽지가 않아요 이게. 떨어진 건가?
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
자 무슨 끈 같은 게 있고요. 그리고 하나 더 찾아야 되는데. 여기 새끼손가락 잘려 있네.
A
새끼손가락이.
pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
이 사람이 내가
Another
찾던
death means another question.
이웃집
And we shall
아저씨인데.
answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
이웃집 아저씨가 죽었어. 우리 엄마에 대해 아시는 분인데 죽어버렸어. 이렇게 사건이 이어지는군. 자, 일단 조사를 바로 하는 게 맞죠. 가스 탱크라고 합니다. 비행선도 띄울 수 있다. 자, 저기가 깨졌어요 또.
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
넘어져서 다쳤을 텐데 칼이다.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
이걸로 죽이진 않았겠죠.
The blade is worn from grinding.
보통 이 게임은 저걸로 안 죽여. 자, 이거 뭐야? 쇠사슬이 있고요. 쇠사슬에 뭔가 묶여 있고요. 저기 사람이 누워 있는 저 존이구나. 자, 봅시다. 이건 또 뭐대? 쇠갈고리, 훈련 장비,
Poke the elephant with this. Really? People are hopeless.
코끼리. 코끼리에 깔려서 죽었나 봅니다. 그렇죠. 인간이 하기에는 다리가 꺾이고 막 저렇게 하기가 쉽지가 않을 거예요. 진짜 높은 곳에 떨어지지 않는 이상 힘들죠. 쭉 조사를 합시다. 이제 피. 이게 마지막인 것 같아요.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's
발자국도
valuable
찍으라고.
evidence.
2를 누르면 카메라. 좋아요. 이 찍으면
This
되나?
photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants.
자,
The front page
찍었고.
was fascinating. It was hard to believe.
사건 재구성.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
자, 재구성합시다. 생각하자. 자, 생각하자. 자, 이 위치가 시체가 있는 위치죠. 자, 저기 처음부터 시작할게요. 여기 코끼리가 있었단 말이에요. 그래요. 이렇게 했다 칩시다. 자, 이거는 저거는 저렇게 하고요. 자, 아니야, 사람이 끌고 가지 않았어. 그렇지. 근데 여기서 도망을 갈 그 타이밍이 아니야. 밟혀야 돼. 그렇지. 그렇지. 딱 이 자세야. 그리고 코끼리는 도망가고 뒤에 누군가 있었어요. 여기 누군가 있었는데 저 사람이 목격자겠네요. 목격자 아니면
In a fit
용의자?
of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
자, 이제 저택 안도 조사를 해야 돼요. 저택 안에도 들어갈 수가 있네요. 이벤트다. 누가 이렇게 무섭게 울어? 귀신이야?
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
짧게 말해주세요. 알고 계신 모든 걸 말씀해주세요. 당연히 모든 걸 아는 게 좋겠죠. 알고 계신 모든 걸 말씀해주세요.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
아직 연결고리를 못 찾았어요. 분명히 딸이 용의자가 될 수도 있지만 일단은 다른 증거가 없기 때문에 딸 방을 한번 조사를 하겠습니다.
Sounds utterly dreary.
소설책. 이건 뭐지?
She packed as much as she could carry.
짐 쌌어. 그렇다는 건 도망을 가려고 했던 사진이다. 웬 남자와 함께 있군요. 좋아. 이 사람을 조사를 한번 해봐야 될 것 같아요.
Dull poses on all romantic photographs. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
자, 사진을 한번 들이밀어 볼게요. 사진.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you?
언놈이야.
Your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
자기 남자친구하고 짜고 아버지를 죽이고 재산을 가지고 도망가려고 하는 걸 수도 있으니까 일단은 남자친구를 조사해야겠네요. 뭐가 있지? 저기 공구함?
An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know.
나무를 조각할 때 쓰는. 그리고 요거는 뭐지? 꽃인가?
A box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs.
다트. 다트. 저걸로
Shipbuilding, shipwrights
저거로 뭐 할
tricks,
수 있지?
sail weaving.
일단 남자친구를 만나봐야 되는데.
Oi, hands off my possessions before you
문
lose
앞에
your
있었어.
fingers. Are you illiterate? The
바로
rules are
만났군.
written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
남자친구를 만났네. 좋아. 나는 친구다.
I am a friend of Theodore Gilden. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I need a few words from you about...
Get out of here. I'm not joking. Leave this place before you have cause to regret it. I will use force.
Do the police still throw people in prison for smuggling? Oh yes, with you helpless and handcuffed, I'd learn a few more secrets. We don't need to compete with our egos now, surely.
Oh no. I'd rather you tell me something more, so that I might have more reasons to punch you out.
좋아. 너를 하나도 빠짐없이 관찰해 주겠어. 이 자식 거의 머리가 까지려고 하는군. 주먹을 쥐고 있어 나한테. 자, 일단 붕대 두른 팔, 보복 혹은 사고. 매끈한 목젖. 여성이었어? 남자가 아니네. 여자였어요. 팔꿈치 세게 부딪혔다. 오, 그렇지. 그 울타리 같은데 부딪힌 거 아닌가 아까? 자, 발달한 여성 신체. 여성이네, 여성. 프로 요트 선수죠? 근데 밀수도 하는 것 같았어요. 아까 조사해보니까.
So, a woman wishes to become a real criminal, and smuggling is a stepping stone towards that? Is there not enough prestige in yachting? Or is it easier to compete with other fools like yourself? Everyone has a starting pistol, just shoot and run.
Don't say a word. I don't know where you're getting half of this nonsense, but you're on some thin ice here that I'm willing to crack.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of...
Who's this peacock?
뭐야 얘는?
I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you
왠지 전투할 것 같아.
pals
전투.
interact with each other in your natural habitat.
좋아, 덤벼라. 자식들. 눈빛이 애사롭지 않군.
But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
총까지. 나도 총 있어. 좋아. 좋아. 덤벼. 약점이 있을 거다. 떼기. 야, 저거 맞춰야 되는데 노란색. 죽이는 게 목적이 아니고 체포하는 게 목적이에요. 얘는 경찰인데 살인 면허가 있는 게 아니에요. 자, 좋아. 간다. 아구창. 뱃돼지. 야, 옆에서 때린다, 야. 야, 총 맞았어. 자, 모자. 자, 좋아. 아구창. 보복. 좋아, 너다 이제. 얘는 어떡하지? 자, 코담배가 수축가루 같은 거거든요. 좋아, 뒤통수 관자놀이 때려주시고 싸대기. 또 오는 건가? 또 온다. 적들이 많이 오는군. 보호막을 깨주시고, 그 다음에 이때 이제 코담배로 이제 조지면 되는데 잠깐만요. 너도 모자 좋아. 체포해준다. 아구창 때려주시고. 자, 복부를 때리면은 애들이 다 쓰러지는구만. 얘는 약점이 등 뒤에 있나? 좋아, 코담배. 아구창. 자, 명치. 또 어딨어? 또 온다. 바로 앞에. 빨리 맞춰. 웬만하면 죽이지 않고 체포하는 걸로 할게요. 나도 사람 죽이기 싫어. 왜 강만니. 좋아, 달려. 아구창. 자, 관자놀이. 바로. 좋아. 두 명. 좋아. 좋아. 근데 배에다가 왜 저런 거를 매달고 다니는 거지, 얘네들? 일부러 약점을 왜 저렇게 매달고 다니는 거야? 아우. 좋았어. 다 체포했다. 이것들.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice.
근데 얘 어딨어? 얘 여유롭게 담배를 펴.
Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
You've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me, and then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre.
반응이 이런 거 보니까 얘가 가능성이 있네. 얘가 죽였을 가능성이 있어요.
Break his bones. Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I
다트.
confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something.
아, 독이 있다.
How powerful is
근데
it?
독으로 죽지 않았잖아요, 그죠?
Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
작은
Could
쥐
it
정도 죽일
immobilize
수
a
있다.
larger animal?
쥐 정도.
Say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
소득은 없지만 증거는 수집했네요. 자, 지금까지 얻은 증거를 한번 조합해 봅시다. 자, 망가진 헛간이 있었고, 잠깐 뭐였지? 그 피해자는 얘를 안 좋아했어요. 자기 딸을 좋아하는 사람이니까. 자, 뭔가 그 증거가 더 부족해서 방에 들어왔어요. 자, 방에서 그 상하욕탕 공사계획도를 얻었는데 요거를 한번 그 시청에 오면은 기록보관소가 또 있어요. 그 시청에서 기록보관소로 한번 조사를 한번 해보도록 하겠습니다. 올드시티 법률문서 사업. 자, 사업계획서인데 바로 나오네요. 길든 앤 스위프트 유한 회사 등록증. 길든 혼자서 한 게 아니네. 동업자가 있었어요. 동업자가.
I'll be right here.
그 길든의 동업자인 여기 발굴 현장에 왔고요. 동업자를 만나러 왔는데, 자, 인부인 것처럼 한번 잠입을 해볼게요.
Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's the smile? I am sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
길든에 관한 건 언급하지 말고
Splendid.
여기서 일하는 사람이라는 거를 언급을 해주고요. 욕탕보다는 고고학 보물.
Archaeological treasure. You're hoping to find something priceless, something that will change our history.
Bravo,
그 길드는
I couldn't have
상하
said it better myself.
욕탕이라는
It's true. We're looking
사업을
for
하려고
Vitus
했고,
Lemonius's tomb.
이 사람은 여기서
I'll help you. That is my goal as a worker.
고고학을 조사하려고
Listen to
했던
me
거죠.
carefully, then. I hate repeating myself. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything. Always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one, and no one else. You hear anything other than that, it's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look to memorize my superior.
좋아요. 철저히 관찰해주죠. 망가진 안경이 망가졌네요. 고치질 않고 있어요. 두꺼운 공책, 꼼꼼한 성격인가봐요. 그리고 얘도 팔꿈치에 멍이 있다. 새로 난 상처래요. 최근에 난 상처. 결혼은 안 했고요. 바지? 자, 바지가 더럽습니다. 자, 봅시다. 자, 지식을 탐구하는 자 이렇게 있는데 지식을 탐구하는 것 같아요. 그냥 사업에는 관심이 없어. 이 고고학에만 관심이 있는 사람인데 아무래도 길든하고 트러블이 있었을 수도 있죠. 자, 지식을 탐구하는 자로 가겠습니다.
I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed. I doubt that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find. Don't touch anything here.
책상을 못 보게 하네요. 자, 유적까지 조사하게 됐는데 유적을 조사해서 고고학자인 저 사람의 관심을 좀 끌어줘야 될 것 같아요.
Here is your discovery, Mr. Swift. Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend.
무덤을 찾았다. 스위프트 씨는 발견에 완전히 몰두했다. 자, 작업대 조사하러 갑시다, 이제. 자, 봅시다. 여기도 다트가 있네.
A box of darts.
다트가 있어요.
Handy against rodents of all kinds.
자, 다트가 있었고 가죽공책 개인 수첩이네요. 자, 그리고 뭐야 이거는? 코끼리? 코끼리에 대해서 왜 이 사람이 알려고 하지?
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
들켰다.
Trying to take over my research, are you? I come here to pick up my diary and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation.
좋아, 새로운 용의자다. 네가 범인이지.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago. We discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many.
Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were, and it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me. Will you allow me to return to my research, or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet.
자, 더 확실한 증거가 없기 때문에 지금 코끼리를 찾아야 돼요.
I've come to you
코끼리를.
with a special requirement. The tailors on the street can't help me, I'm afraid. Could you make a doll for me?
Oh, Senor Holmes. You taught the police how to do their job, and they found the thief. Of course I will help you. But what sort of doll? A child's doll, such as my great niece might play with?
A little larger than your typical doll.
Signore, I don't understand. Boy, girl, animal, and what color?
Animal, a passionate, perhaps amorous animal.
Ah, Signore, you talk in riddles. I am an old lady who's seen it all. Tell me what you need.
I need a life-size elephant.
I think Mrs. Nini outdid herself with this one. Is that a tail?
도대체 뭘 만든 거지? 뭘 만든 거야?
Well, let's not waste any time. So, what's the plan? I hope it all doesn't go horribly wrong.
We know that the elephant is seeking a female. We can arrange that. A doll with the appropriate scent might do miracles.
So you're a marriage broker. Well, I suppose that makes me a groomsman. Oh, she is a bit breezy, I must say.
Well, Goliath is eager for a single female elephant in his area. It should be just enough for his taste. You'll need to trust me.
자, 코끼리를 꼬시려고 하는 거예요, 지금.
Are we ready? I can't stand the tension.
We're ready. Let's call the elephant.
자, 일단 뭘 고르죠? 자, 짓궂은 소리를 낸다. 네, 살짝 약 올려주는 거예요. 이게 밀고 당기기를 잘해줘야 됩니다.
How could
맞나?
anyone resist?
이렇게 하는 게 맞나? 자, 짓궂은 소리. 이거 말고 또 딴 거 한번 해봅시다. 순종적인 소리. 나는 순종적인 암컷이야, 일로와, 뭐 이런 건가?
I knew a lady once who said just that.
자, 이번에는 안달난 유혹하는. 좋아요. 이거 자막 뭐야 근데? 자막이 뭐야
Too bad I'm
저거?
not an elephant.
자, 그 다음 외설적인 소리를 한번 해보죠. 이게 자막 뭐냐고.
Take your time, Sherry.
자, 마지막인 것 같은데 이거 하나밖에 안 남았는데. 저 여기 있어요. 나머지 두 가지 소원은 뭐였어요?
That deserves a slap. And then a kiss.
And here's our last
이러면 올 거냐고. 코끼리가 온다. 코끼리가 온다. 반했어. 이제 코끼리를 잡았어. 짜식 반했구만. 볼터치 뭔데 그 코끼리. 자, 이제 코끼리를 잡았고 코끼리도 조사를 해야 됩니다. 일단 눈썹 위쪽에, 눈썹이라고 해야 되나? 하여튼 저쪽에 상처나 있고,
peaceful and compliant, almost a gentleman.
눈이 빨간데 신사 같네요. 예, 신사 같은 눈빛을 하고 있고. 다트 맞았네.
There's something in the needle.
다트 맞았어요.
A
그러면은
feathered fletcher.
폴하고 그
This might be
스위프트 고고학자랑 둘이 용의자가 맞는데 둘 중에 하나인 것 같아요. 범인이.
The left tusk is larger and more worn. You're a left-tusked elephant.
좋아요. 이제 조합을 해야 될 것 같아요. 조합을 해봅시다. 다트 좋아. 자, 아서 혹은 폴이 골리앗을 쐈을 수도 있다. 보호한 건 아니죠. 골리앗을 이용한 거죠. 코끼리를 이용한 거예요. 골리앗이 테오도르를 죽였을 수도 있다. 이렇게 돼 있는데, 아직 단서가. 오케이. 이렇게 하면 두 개가 이어지네요. 자극을 받았을 수도 있다. 자극을 받았을 수도 있다. 좋아. 한 가지로 딱 좁혀지죠. 아, 이러면은 고고학자가 범인이 되는군요. 개인적으로 딸의 애인인 폴이 범인 같은데 고고학자가 범인이 됐어요.
You are guilty, Mr. Swift. Killing Theodore Gilden was a testing challenge. You succeeded.
What makes you think I'm somehow involved in Gilden's death? My partner's death, I might remind you.
Your dart uses strychnine to kill rodents at the site, is that correct?
Well, yes, that is its purpose.
The same dart with strychnine was found on Goliath. The very same substance is a powerful stimulant. It causes convulsions, a flow of energy. You shot Goliath. The elephant became extremely energetic, agitated, and so terrified that it killed its owner. For a man of your age, it was easier to hit a larger grey target than a small man.
You said it yourself. Goliath killed Theodore, and your strychnine speculations are absurd. Only athletes use it as a stimulant, not elephants.
True, but one dart of strychnine would not be enough to kill the elephant, and you knew it.
아, 진짜 얘가 범인 같지가 않은데 나는. 그래도 코끼리를 죽일 순 없죠. 일단 아서를 체포합니다.
Theodore Gilden was a capricious man, extremely impulsive. But the cold-blooded nature of your plan makes you even more dangerous. You feel nothing. You show no remorse. It was simply a calculated move. And that is why you are under arrest.
Nothing. You have nothing on me.
I think I'll let the police decide if my findings are substantial enough for prosecution.
This is all a dreadful mistake. This can't be happening. The elephant killed Theodore.
Goliath is innocent and he should be free. He is not the real murderer here. That is the apex of your career, Mr. Swift. Farewell.
억울하면 변호사 써서 법정에서
Mr. Swift was not a real
무죄
archaeologist.
판결
He was a
받겠죠 뭐.
murderer. I knew there was something wrong with him.
Fortunately for us, being a murderer was not his profession. And about the elephant.
While you were busy, I've dealt with it. No thanks to you. I asked you to solve this wretched problem, but you didn't.
I couldn't be in two places at once, Miss Gilden. I was catching your father's murderer. But how have you dealt with it?
A man agreed to take the elephant away. He came to me asking for permission to relocate it to his property, and I accepted.
Well, congratulations, I suppose. That is one less problem.
Actually, two, Mr. Holmes. I found my father's possessions that you can take with
아버지
you and disappear.
소지품 중에 내가 가져갈 만한 걸
Well,
찾았대요.
someone has to do something.
어머니하고
Take everything if
연관된
you need to,
거겠죠.
and leave me be.
Take care of yourself, Miss Gilden.
고맙습니다. 자, 무엇일까요? 편지가 있네. 바이올렛이 테오도르 길든에게 보내는 편지. 아, 길든이 홈즈의 어머니를 좋아하고 있었네요. 셜록의 어머니를 좋아하고 있었고, 어쩔 수 없지만 우리는 이루어질 수 없는 사랑이에요. 뭐 이런 편지 같아요. 그리고 뭐지? 브로치 같은데?
My mother always wore this around her neck until one
목걸이군요.
day it disappeared. I was wondering where it went. She said it was a birthday present from a good friend.
친한 친구에서 받은 생일 선물이라는데. 그 친구를 만나겠군요, 또.
I just had another glimpse of a memory, John. It's fuzzy, but I'm sure it happens somewhere in the manor.
Finally moving forward. Shall we go?
좀 길게 게임을 했네요. 자, 이번 여기까지만 하고요. 다음에 또 이어서 할게요. 샤빠.